What is going on, guys? They call me Ampy. Welcome to another video on the channel today. If you're new around here, before we get started, consider subscribing as we're chasing that 100K mark. It'd be awesome to have some of you guys join the family. Now, the Modern Warfare crossplay beta just ended, and we just followed that up with a new story trailer, which was pretty dope, honestly. I very much enjoyed it, and if you guys haven't seen it, I really encourage you to check it out. But you guys probably have seen that there is, of course, some timed exclusivity content, and specifically that's coming to PS4 for the Survival Spec Ops mode. Now, it feels like these deals have been going on since the dawn of time. We are pretty used to them, honestly. If you play video games, you've seen these types of things before. Consoles and platforms, and deals have been made, and money has to be made, and of course, money talks. So I don't anticipate these going anywhere. I think the community does a very good job of always vocalizing how they feel about these things, but as long as these things make money, I don't think they're going anywhere in particularly. But more importantly, I'm not really here to talk about that. I want to give you guys an update that came from Infinity Ward, actually, and there have been a couple of responses that I want to get through, and I'll leave it up to you guys to decide how you feel about these things. It's really nice to be able to get a response. They've been very responsive to issues with the beta and responding to questions and comments and bugs, so I'll give them that W. That's great. And they've just come out with a statement regarding this exclusivity here today. So today they posted on Reddit, they are clarifying that the Modern Warfare Spec Ops mode in general, period, is coming to all platforms. To be clear, our all-new Spec Ops mode will be releasing on all platforms on October 25th, and we're looking forward to revealing this mode on October 8th. When we launch on October 25th, everybody on all platforms, regardless of where you play, will be getting Modern Warfare, which includes a campaign, a new Spec Ops mode, and the entirety of multiplayer. The only thing that's exclusive to PS4 is an additional mode they're calling Special Ops Survival, which we know nothing about. Or at least we thought we didn't until one of the narrative studio heads from Infinity Ward responded on Twitter to some of the comments being made. Now, Taylor Kurosaki is saying that survival is 1% of the game itself. The other 99% is the simultaneous day and date across all platforms. So we're talking about 1% here, which could be a deal breaker for somebody. I guess it depends on who you're asking. So if you take a scenario where I paid $60 for my game on PS4 and my friend paid $60 for his game on Xbox One, we end up in a situation where my $60 takes me farther and gets me more content than his $60, which, understandably so, can be super frustrating for some people. Now, according to Taylor, we are talking about 1%. 1% of a video game. 1% of a mode in a mode, honestly, is what it sounds like. And with everything going on in this game, how busy this game is with crossplay and how many weapons and how detailed the gunsmith is, 1% seems really small. It doesn't seem like the game mode itself is even worth that much to begin with, but again, we'll have to see when we play it, but I think context is super important with everything that we do, and I think providing context will give everybody a little bit more insight as to how these systems work. As I mentioned earlier, money talks, and these things are happening in video games because they are popular and because these deals are made. And Taylor gave some context that I really think you guys should be aware of, because all too often, especially in the video game industry, it's so easy to point fingers on the players on the front lines when it's something else entirely. So he tweeted out that it's all good and they've tried their best to have an open dialogue with our players, which is super noticeable in my opinion, and we understand letting that trust down. These are complicated decisions that are above our pay grade. Again, this is a business, and it's out of his hands, honestly. It is out of the studio's hands, and it really just ends up being a shitty situation at the end of the day. But I don't want to take the wins away from the studio itself, because I really don't, and I think there's a lot to be said about what Infinity Ward is doing with this Call of Duty. And in the last Reddit post, they go on to say that things are even better than previous years with this game because we do have cross-platform play, which is very true. There is no season pass, which is also very true, and that maps and modes will be coming to all platforms at the same time. A little bit fuzzy there because we aren't getting all modes. We're missing the Spec Ops Survival on PC and Xbox One, but it's nice to know that across the board, in general, this Call of Duty is shaping up to be one of the best Call of Duties ever made. And I know that's me personally chiming in here, but I was commenting the entire length of the beta how I was playing pretty seamlessly, minus a few hiccups, with people on other platforms, and it really just blew my mind. The fact that we're able to do that for Call of Duty in 2019 is really a testament to how far we've come with the franchise. And again, a lot of W's for this game, a lot of things that we've talked about, and they make a point to mention on Reddit that are a lot of good looks for this game, but it's almost like this game could have been perfect if this extra 1 or 2 steps could have been taken. Just that little extra push could have been done in terms of exclusivity. And a lot of people are commenting that there's still more to see in terms of monetization, because when you think about it, there is no season pass and there are no maps, so the monetization model is going to be very interesting. Of course, supply drops aren't going anywhere, despite being hated by the community, people still buy them, and they're one of the franchise's primary sources of income, so we can definitely expect those to come back, and it's a little disappointing when you think about it. You know, I'm a little sad to think about these things, and I know I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself because we haven't seen the supply drop model just yet, and you know, there's still more to talk about and the game's not out yet. But on the same note, you know, thinking about how it's been done in the past, and just breaks my heart just a little bit because I've always been a fan personally of the Infinity Ward games, and we were so close. You know, this was supposed to be the game that was supposed to put Call of Duty back on the map and really revitalize the series for a lot of old-time vets like myself, and it's like when little Jimmy has so much potential and you just see him throwing it all away little by little until it gets to the point where he's just like unsalvageable. You were the chosen one, Jimmy. You were the best of us all, and look where we are. And we're a little bit early still, and I'm being super dramatic over 1%, but 1% is enough for some people. You know, that's all it takes. But it is something to think about, guys. It's something to really discuss, and I really want to know what you guys think down in the comments because there is still more to find out about this game, and I really want to be surprised, but this franchise has existed long enough to know, kind of get a feeling of where things are going. And I want to clarify something right now as well. I thoroughly enjoyed the beta. I am still a longtime Infinity Ward fan, and I guess we'll have to see how much of a difference 1% of a video game makes. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm cautiously optimistic at this point. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and consider following me on Mixer if you want to hang out in the live streams to discuss some of these things with me. I'd be really cool to see you guys there, and I'd really appreciate that. So again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you guys in the next video.